Namaskaram. During the discuss time, the distress time, the discuss time on Facebook. The other day we picked up few slokas from Bhagavad Gita. There were few questions which came personally to me from some people who used to communicate regularly, and some people from this live who are in contact with me. We have another 22 days to go. One request from Raghunatha Menon sometime back was to discuss Upanishad. Luckily, I got my guru's old associate, or whom I know almost the same time as I got acquainted with Brahmasri KPC Anijan Bhattadaripad. He is from Cochin, Sri N.N. Menon. Now every day he is sending one sloka to me, interpreted in English from Mundagopanishad. Editing and learning is a great opportunity. There were few people, based on my request on contributing interpretations on slokas, who gave their views on some objects, some aspects, some subjects. Around that, I used to spend a lot of time because editing and putting them is a task. Today from Dehradun, one elderly teacher whose student happens to be a person who used to help me in entering my lectures, converting them into text, and then helping them in making articles. I've got such volunteers at a different part of the world who's contributed on Bhagavad Gita chapter 15, but those explanations are very common and very normal. See, there are a lot of learning happening here and there. There are a lot of interpretations. I believe that when you can contribute, the contribution has to be something of your unique thought. That is what probably makes you distinct from somebody else. That don't require too much of training, but that require sometimes some discussion with someone. That discussion creates a different thought in you, and that thought can be a spark. Sometimes that can be a line, that can be a thread for you to write or speak entirely different. It is not probably your own idea. What poets does, what ministers does, what a newsreader does, what a boss in an office like a director, they are all collecting informations. A director collects information from the subordinates. A poet collects information from what is happening around his society. Pick up the thread, and that thread is used to add his masala, add his flesh, add his paint by a painter, add music to that by a musician, add little politics to that by ministers or opposition leaders, and show their potential ability. Everyone has their own style of doing things. There is a saying, who reads a newspaper or who comes into you on a TV and presenting the news, that person, or maybe a quizmaster whom you are seeing, the quizmaster is not using his buddhi. Buddhi is used by somebody else. So there is somebody else who is working. When you are seeing an actor presenting his act, what he does is, he has got a cameraman, he has got a makeup man, he has got a lighting man, he has got a person who wrote the script for him, who there is a financier, there is an advertiser, and that comes to us as a product. He has a face, that's it. His face is within the camera. That face is good. Yeah, probably her face is good. But there is a script writer. Correct? So there is somebody who has a brain and somebody who has got a charisma. Somebody lights up, somebody does the makeup. Everybody has got work together to create something new. And then advertise and then take it to public. When you don't have, you have to do everything yourself and then present it. Even for the so-called projected sannyasis, what do? They market themselves. Right? The information what you collect from here through these lectures is wonderful. But when you present it in your style, somewhere in a movie at the end they write, the script is written by, direction is done by, lighting is done by. When I speak, I remember the other day I was re-looking at a general topic which Bhagavad Gita, when you speak, it's my interpretation. From all the knowledge what I got from my Guru, I keep talking about from whom I have taken the thread, where I have learned. Very, very essential. If somebody doesn't do that and they don't have that mentality to give a credit to what somebody has given, at least make a mention. Or maybe you don't tell that, yeah, I have seen in this movie and there is a joke like this. No. See, when I said somebody comes on a TV and his charisma is good, but there is a writer on the back. See, this is what I learned from 24/7 Love, that movie where Srinivasan is giving a dialogue. There is nothing wrong in telling that. And assume you love to do it, you can refer it back. I was looking at, after explaining the Madhur I remembered, yeah, somebody else have sent me a message recently, and then I was searching back, I got Shankaracharya movie in Malayalam, which dramatized the whole activity probably in a style where people could appreciate. So I just posted that into my Facebook. So putting a tag, either it is from somebody's XYZ movie, or maybe whom you know and I am associated with him, is a great privilege. So I'm enjoying that privilege when I am doing editing of NN Menon stock and then putting it. It's a great privilege. Today, somebody who had sent that message, what I have sent asking to contribute such talks has gone to somebody in some other place too far. And then he dialed and told me, yeah, you are doing a great job. See, that means the message is going. Ask yourself, each one of you who are listening to me, have you sent this message to somebody else and then requested contribution to think and then create your own thought? Or have you messaged this live, or maybe my YouTube channel which you are seeing, my YouTube channel which you are tagging? No, you don't even tag sometimes. Yeah, right. You don't do that. See, that's a great expenditure from your part. Doing such a service you should not do, because learning is a private business. What is this? We are talking about a human and being social, being human. And I checked the Facebook of some people who are very active. They don't even share this talk in their Facebook profile, timeline. That courtesy also cannot be shown. Then you yourself call, you are a learner. A learner is always a teacher. There is nothing wrong in sharing. There is nothing wrong in telling that, yeah, I have learned from this person. You also learn from him. Nothing wrong. Right? This attitude is a social attitude. It happens only, probably in politics, the leadership comes only when you speak first. Right? When an opposition leader speaks against a government activity, the person who speaks first gets the credit. But in spiritual, it's always agreed that you can repeat what others says. But it is your gurutva, it is your disciple discipline which guarantees yourself, because we believe that we are in spiritual world. So tag your person from whom you have learned. So I keep tagging my guru. So I was looking at Ishtapurtam, which what I spoke on Vishu Day. I re-look at it. I re-listen to that. Oh, did I miss the name? No. Right? So this is very, very essential. So if somebody says, yeah, I'm too busy, that are you as busy as the Prime Minister of India? Or maybe somebody says, I have nothing to do, let me sleep. Two set of people are there to whom I ask same question. If somebody says I'm too busy, I keep asking them, are you the Prime Minister of India? As busy as Prime Minister of India? Okay. Now you say that I have nothing to do, I am going to sleep. Then I will ask you, if I have to sleep only when I have nothing to do you think Prime Minister can sleep? Because he has much pending jobs to do in his life. So either when you are too lazy or when you pretend that you are too busy, both are impractically lazy, idle, non-creative people. There are few things to be learned in life. Be punctual, systematic, disciplined, keep clean, tidy, ready every time. Present yourself well. See, when you have to clean your face to show that you are good, it's also essential to clean your feet. A nice pedicure. Sometimes some people know they look glamorous on the face, nice powder, nice cream, everything is kept. But we know how clean they are by just looking at their feet. Learn maintaining of yourself. The head is maintained, the hand has to be maintained. The face is maintained, the feet has to be maintained. F to F, H to H. Somebody can be highly creative, highly active, very good. All that is not an excuse for not looking at your own body. So the other day when I said body, intellect, sharp, being creative, that doesn't stop learning from somebody, sharing somebody's information. You are creative only when you discuss with the people, and then that can be with the people around you, not necessarily. We have only social distancing. We are not meeting people. Today when I spoke to some high spiritual oriented person, that person told me it's a beautiful time for me because I have got my own self time. So when spiritually when you raise, you get lot of your own time that raises you spiritual and make it more emotional. Get to people who are good with you, talk to them, message them, discuss with them, see them. It's a beautiful time. It's not a time to be distressed. Though the World Health Organization keeps saying, somebody asked me to speak about the distress on during COVID. Though I thought probably I'll not touch, but there are few people who are asking, your life is not, though it's called COVID distress time, nothing about it. The whole world talks about World War I, World War II, and then COVID. It's as no. So far, probably what the problems which we had is not even 1/100th of the calamity which World War I during that time. Probably World War II must have given much worse, but not even 1/10 of that death could predictably happen. We don't know. Maybe the predictions are not right, but that says, the whole world says, that's how it is going to be. So it's not much worse. But what made these too alarming, probably too much of worry in people? Because one way we are not connected, the family setup is not there. Today I was talking to someone who returned from America a few months back, leaving his professional job, and he started an entirely different business in Hyderabad. When I spoke to him, he said he is with his mother, grandmother, the whole family is together. I said, you are lucky and you are so good that you lost your contacts and you are not in US. He was telling his few friends in New York died the other day. I also have few people who are known, who are met somewhere else, because I keep traveling the whole world in Gulf. I know people who lost their near and dear ones. I know people who have been quarantined. I know people who were hiding and then not telling, and then on consultation spoke. There are many such cases. The radio people from Gulf speak to me. What do you think about what is not good at some point of time? I know some family who lost a job in last December. In America, what happens is just before Christmas, some company will decide, let me throw away these many people. Either they may be in contract, maybe Infosys, TCS. There are so many companies in India who are supporting American companies. They decided no more contract is required. This many people are off, and they were all really crying. Oh, we lost job in America. We have to come back, and the notice given time is only few days. They will have to pack everything. Some things are sold, some things are not sold. Everything is lost. Now they are happy because they are back in their home. They are with their family. The life. See, somebody kept asking me, why in America we have lot of deaths, lot of cases which we don't have in India. The social system, it is not because of a great medical care, not people are not getting tested. There are many arguments around this. Our medical system doesn't give the account correct. The statistics is not correct. Maybe the people are not tested. If tested, the number will be shown higher. But if tested or not tested also, the death is not equivalent to US, right? See, you know what the America or maybe Europe and such Western people don't have what India have. That's our family bondage. I was asking that boy who talked to me, who returned from US, if your mother, grandmother who are not at home, and if you are alone in US, will you be sitting at home like this? See, it's in fact like an arrest. He said, definitely not, sir. I would have walked out of my room. I would have driven. I would have taken 2 rounds. That's what happens in America. Because there are no parent, there are no grandparent, there is no somebody else who is holding you tight with a emotional bondage, saying, beta, don't go out. There is somebody else keep on telling you. Though somebody is not near far, that bondage keeps them to worry inside, and that worry is what makes them not to go out. They are scared. What is India's greatest wealth? That we have a social bondage. We are family bonded. Why in other places like Western country you cannot stop going? Because if you stop going out, one, your job is lost. No permanent job, no permanent house. They renew their house rent, sometimes contract. People stay in places 2-week contract. So after 2 weeks they have to renew. That means after 2 weeks you have to pay money. Here we are staying in same house probably some 10 years. So the tenant or the owner is almost like same person. The contract is known. Though written contract is there, not there also doesn't matter. They have a bondage. There is a relation. There is a social bondage. It's not there. So what happens is after 2 weeks he has to pay. Luckily, all the American people who paid a tax, most of them, maybe some few exceptions they would have not, all of them got $1,200. And this boy who left America was telling, because he paid last year, he got $1,200 put in his pocket. But that $1,200 is just good enough for you to live for 2 weeks. So it's only 2 weeks ration. But I'm sure in everybody's home in India, we have that for 2 months at least to live. We have that system of keeping things for our generations. The parents earn money for their children. In America, most of the Western countries, they don't earn for children. After 12th is over, grade 12th is over, the parents gives a send-off party to their children. For girls, I was there attending only one child, 12th grade. Soon after 12th grade is over, father and mother arranged a beautiful party. 400 people attended to tell bye-bye to the child. Once they become 18 years, your bondage with your parent is lost and you are an independent person. And they feel that freedom is most important. Nobody can stop me. That freedom, that lost bondage for even Indian parents to their children. Not the children to their parents. The parents also lost to their children because they are into that culture for last 40 years. So what is great in our life? That feeling of family bondage. That messages which taught us generations. What are the generations taught messages? I am coming to somebody's question. Gradually few questions are there. For all of them I am trying to answer by giving a cultural family tradition, rituals which we followed for long years. That is why when we hear a bad news, immediately we keep calling Ma, God, and pray, maybe double pray. The puja, mantra, yantra, astrology, vastu, bhakti, spirituality, everything starts. I don't know whether spirituality starts. Very rarely it starts. We don't reach to that. We are still in, most of the people are still in KG. That's why they don't share their pencil to somebody else. They don't share that information to somebody else. Right? Somebody think that, yesterday I told you, when you get a chair, you think that oh great. I keep telling people, I remember when I got, it's true, nice, sometime it happens. I remember when I got my first TV interview, I told many people, yeah, I am coming on TV, you must watch. I've sent a message to all. I remember when Hindu newspaper has covered nicely when I gave a beautiful talk in Cochin long years back. What we do? We cut that and then file it and then tell people, like today we don't have WhatsApp. Those days we telephoned and told my relatives who never read the newspaper or probably never read English newspaper, I asked them, buy that, I am there in that. Right? The same me, when after few years, few times, when there was an interview on one of the good channels in Kerala, somebody asked, I was trying you for telephone for a long time, but you are not available. I said I was in a TV for an interview. Then somebody asked me, when is that getting telecasted? I said I forgot to ask. I will ask and then let you know. The one interview is over, we get out. We don't even ask when is it going to get telecasted. Unless they send that message, yeah. See, it becomes a routine, no? So what I'm saying, somebody, popularizing, yeah. See, you can get a class first, or maybe I got a job. Maybe somebody gets a international newspaper coverage for something which you have done sometime. Very rarely it comes. Maybe you are going for a conference abroad, or you become director of some unit. That day it comes into newspaper. Somebody died. That day it comes into newspaper. And their relatives, maybe next year or the time of death or after death, every year they will give an advertisement saying that this fellow died on that day. How does it matter? It's all advertised. How do that help XYZ fellow, knowing that this fellow? We are learning Shankaracharya's text. And that interaction of learning and teaching, if that is not practically shown as a learning, and then you think that a small achievement what you get is great, is useless. Use that practically. But what is important? Sharing knowledge is important. That is why Vedas were written. In every Veda, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, Atharva Veda slightly different. These three Vedas contains basically two portions like Bhagavad Gita. There is a Karma Kanda and a Jnana Kanda. Upanishad is from Veda. From Upanishad we got Gita. So what is there in Upanishad is there in Gita. So if Gita has got a Jnana Kandam and Karma Kandam, Upanishad also should have. If Upanishads have, it is also therefore in the Vedas. That's why if you look at that Mundaka Upanishad, you will see there also people talk about people with the kg knowledge, everyday ritual, everyday bhakti, everyday lighting lamp, everyday praying, everyday same Rama Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. They don't grow. They spend too much of time, 1 hour time, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, than learning a new sloka, new message, new spiritual lecture in which you got some investment of time. They can't get out of that bondage. It's only hearing, but not practically applying. So, there could be a lot of confusions. It happens. If you are only in KG, no confusion. When do the confusion come? If somebody tell you that you are in KG, no, you have grown. You are not in KG now. You must change. You must get into PG. So, I am sure then you have a confusion. What should I do different? So, some people keep asking such questions. It's good. So, what are the practices which we get rid of our daily troubles in life? We get into bhakti. Where do this end? So much of criticisms you can see in Upanishads and Vedas against the ritualistic approach. Though the first chapter contains that, or first few chapters contains that, first few descriptions contains that. When they grow, they keep saying you must forget this. They condemn what has happened earlier. Because you have to migrate. That migration doesn't happen. Yes, you cannot get rid of that one day, but slowly you must change. So I remember your 3 things describes your life. One is the birth, that talks about, or which is talking in astrology. There is a beautiful 2 hours program which describes this in my YouTube. The another one is Vastu, the road in which the astrology can be the vehicle in which you are driving. You are in a vehicle is closed. and you have a road. That road is Vastu. In that vehicle, you have to drive in the road. Now, my skill is my driving skill, my learning ability, my practicability, my attitude, my skill development, my communication skill, my contacts that I can develop. So how much you have to depend upon your astrology? Are you that much related to or tied to all the planetary positions in the world? Is that Jyotisham more important to you? Okay, now tell me, how many astrologers predicted this great event happening? It's all stupid. Somebody between the lines will pick up something and say, I told this, I told this. No, I think it's unpredictably it happened. World War, unpredictably it happened. It's a political phenomena, not an astrological phenomena. The other day also we said, not giving trouble is not God's job. Similarly, giving trouble is not God's job. Things keeps happening in the world. But what is your ability? Whether you live or not is not what is important. When a bulb is produced, a tube light is produced, the producer gives a guarantee. This will stay for 6 months. In the normal conditions, the conditions are not made by the producer's guarantee. In the normal conditions, it will work for 6 months. The abnormal condition, you light a lamp and then put water on that, the bulb will burst. So falling water is not the producer's job. So believe that you have been created by God. At the time of creation, what are all the planetary positions? At the time of creating a bulb, what condition they produced it, that will determine the status of that. What will happen to that? It will tell you whether it will light for 60 watt, whether it has got a 240 volt. All the determined parameters have been defined by the producer. So at the time when we were generating a product, what condition it has and what is the quality of that, that is the basic character of that bulb. But the behavior pattern, how it will behave, if the electricity which is passing is flickering, the low voltage or high voltage, the mode in which it is used, whether you are in a dark room, totally dark place, that light will show too much of light. If it is lighting in between so many other lights, the light intensity will not be shown very great. That is not what the bulb can decide. I am not trying to compare a non-object or an object to a non-object. I am only giving some comparison. So each one of us have got a basic character. But there is a behavior pattern which can be adjusted by us, which is not there for that bulb or not the object. So I am getting away from that object to non-object activity. So what is in our control? In our control, we have got a behavior pattern change. Yeah, I am like this. That is your basic character. But I can be like this. That's your behavior pattern. Modify your behavior pattern. Sometime your bhakti, astrology, vastu, yantra, mantra, tantra, all the rituals what has been produced by our ancient wisdom people were to modify your behavior slowly so that you create a social life with a very specific pattern where the whole energy which influences your life force energy can be slightly modified or like a transformer. The electricity is produced somewhere, but it goes to a transformer yard. The transformer yard has got a transformer. The transformer can be a step up or step down based on the voltage which it comes. I know how to step up or step down. So sometime mantra, yantra, tantra, all these activities together or individually. Sometimes it is together. See, for example, if you take Saundari Lahari, there is a plot in which you have to draw things, even any puja. The pujari draws a plot. That plot is to do an avahanam or a conservation of energy concept is there. Every ritual what we do, every activity which we do, right? There is something called a geometry. The geometry can conserve something, preserve something, and keep it safe for some time. Say a pyramid has got a structure which can preserve something, where cylindrical structure has got a preservation ability. When you see a gas producing station, the refinery, where they store gas, you can see always it is like a spherical, because that is the best form with large volume in a condensed form where you can keep it. But a nuclear power station cannot have a cylindrical, spherical, it has to be a cylindrical, semi-cylindrical, a pyramidal, the Shivalinga style. And a pyramidal one, for example, the Egyptian pyramids, there is a lot of energy conservation and construction becomes easier. Inverted pyramid is what is used for Agnihotra because it diffuses out. So there is a dispersion possibility. Sometimes you have to stop dispersion. So pyramid is used. Your dispersion has to happen, inverse pyramid is used. They are all geometrical. So every yantra has got a power. Okay. Then the question is, somebody is drawing an yantra and giving you. Will it increase your money in your house? See, the geometry can only hold what is there in your house and preserve. If you are rich, probably with that specific thing, yes. But assume your puja room, your thoughts, your mental ability always is negative quality in your house. You keep that in your house, that is what it will preserve. See, the temple has got a structure in which the pujari generates an energy. Therefore, that structure, an inverted, the pyramidal roof and the circumambulation in which it has to happen, where the pujari throw the tirtham on each one of us. The tirtham which goes inside is from the normal well or the pond, but he chant a lot of mantra. Puda Suryasya Rashmibihi. He makes it the cleansing process is done. That mantra which goes inside each droplet of water is like a distilled water which we pour in a battery for the battery to charge. It's an energized water. That energized water is thrown to us, though the origin of the water is from the normal well. The pujari sanctifies it with his mantras. So that mantra which changes the cell pattern of the water. So mantra has a power. But assume you keep a glass of water and start thinking negative. You start scolding somebody else and then drink that water. Actually, through that water, the energy which goes inside is negative. That will create trouble to you. So, generating energy, either positive or negative, depends on the person, the family, the members who are in your house. So if you keep an yandra, things will not change, and not even somebody energizes and give you. See, you have a scent of bottle of scent. If you put it in a drainage, what will come out? The smell can stay maybe for 1 second, not more than that. So even if somebody sanctifies and then you keep it home, what is the guarantee If that can hold the power of your chanting, that is what is energizing. My chanting, I use it for energizing. That is only a maybe Panchaloha or 5 metals, or maybe 1 metal created out of it, or maybe gold or silver, whichever, copper, whatever that you are prescribing, you keep it. But that pujari has chanted only once or maybe 1,000 mantras. But every day you are scolding. That creates an energy around your house. Your negative thoughts get absorbed here and that amplifies there. So amplification is only what the yandra can do. So therefore keeping yandra will not change your life pattern. Number one. Changing your house style, changing bathroom into puja room into bathroom, kitchen in this side, that side, so many suggestions are given. All are stupid. It cannot change your life. It is the energy which you generate in your house creates the life in your house. So it is not the manufacturer of the company, the car, manufacturer of the bulb which gives you light. It is the electricity which passes. The energy what it gives can only make light. You have to pour petrol. You have to drive it properly. You have to maintain the car properly. Then it can run. The producer cannot. You have been produced under the influence of different planetary energy, astrology. It has to be maintained with the proper energy which you generate internally. That energy creation is what is through your learning. The energy which is created during KG, LKG can be Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Shiva Shiva, Shiva Shiva, Rama Rama, Rama Rama. Like in a childhood, children are fed with some specific food, physical growth, emotional, motivation. As a child, I can tell the child, yeah, you sing a song, I will give you chocolate. But you cannot tell that to a +1, +2 student. You cannot tell that to a 40-year-old child. Why are we not spiritually growing? Why are we not growing in that? So maybe the yandra will work for 2 days. Some people wear different gem saying that this astrologers are. First of all, a neuroscientist cannot do a gynecology job. Astrologers are not meant for giving this Navaratna or any of the gem. That is the job of a gemologist. I am a gemologist. I am an astrologer. I learned both. The gemology is a science in where which you have a gem which has got a back, a small hole which injects energy which is absorbed from sunlight. But most of the gems which are sold in the market are all duplicates and then wrong. It's actually a money-making business. People will see a lot of different XYZ. It's like a medicine. When you have a disease, for that disease, see you have 7 planets and 2 Rahu and Ketu. So 9 different structures. In 9 different filters are required for the sun energy to get absorbed and inject in each one of your place. For some injection is given the shoulder, sometime it is in the belly. It depends on whether you have a sugar problem or insulin is to be given or something else. So for a specific problem, that specific gem has to be worn in a specific finger so that it acts like an injection to you. The sunlight is what is injected. It's a filter. So unless your problem is diagnosed by an astrologer and understand that has to go to a pathologist, a gemologist. The pathology has to prescribe what is the problem and then go to a specialist to give a medicine. That becomes a gemology. It's a mix of all this. Okay, now assume you have won, but energy has to be from the sunlight. Again, that geometry absorbs energy. That can be your bad behavior, negative thoughts, which counters on you back again. Why do you want to take medicine when you have a normal diet and maintenance of health? Like the other day we said, if you don't take diet, food as medicines. That means normal dose, very carefully, not atyushnam. We have learned all that in the earlier day. Very carefully the food is not consumed. Then later part of your life, you will have to consume medicine as your food. The quantity of medicine becomes more. So a way of life which maintains your health, which maintains your emotion, maintains your intelligence, maintains your social life, is all governed by a spiritual growth in each one of us. To create that spiritual growth, probably you need an environment and learning, like a ruled line you have to write and you have to practice ABCD. All that essential things have to be done. They are all given through the knowledge of astrology, Vastu, Yandra, Mantra, Puja, Tantra and all that. But after that, you need not write imposition and composition every day. You don't have to write a copywriting to improve your handwriting every day, because you are supposed to migrate yourself, get higher and higher level. So this time is a beautiful time for all of us, not to go out but to get into ourselves. Quarantine in self. A self-quarantine. Self-quarantine is not tying physically yourself inside the house, is not what I mean. More than that, returning back to your own self, looking inside, right? That is what is essential. That is a marvelous chance which we have. There is a cleaning process which happens. The whole world changes over a period of time. So when assume that there is a place called a basti in a city where the pandemic is uncontrollable, I am sure government can always find a place from Hyderabad, maybe 100-200 kilometers away, make tents there, ask all of them to get shifted there. I am sure in 1 year time they will make a life there. Because changing your environment, putting you into a different place. I am sure in Rajasthan desert also, if people are put for 1 year and given sufficient food and water for survival for few months, they will find that place livable. They will change that place into a better world of prosperity and life. I am sure that is what is to be done. You may be wondering why I am speaking non-practical stupid things like this. The whole Gulf, especially some places in Gulf, was totally desert. Nothing was there. Now you must see that land. Who went there? Up to 1970s, when the colonial people ruled that Gulf, they never thought that they had oil there. After the colonial people, UK left, they found oil there. Up to 1970, UAE head post office was in Bombay. They didn't had even a post office, you can imagine. It's mostly Indians who went with money. Indian rupee was the currency there. Even today, the people in Gulf will call their dharams as not dharams. They will say it is Indian, the rupee only. Because the earlier generation called it as rupee. They cannot change that. So who built that? Who created that? It's all Indian laborers who went there and then created the life there. Now they depend totally on India. See why people were not evacuated. When most of the country people were asked to leave, Americans, Germans, Russians, everybody left Gulf. But they are not very keen that Indian should leave, because Indian leave that place, the people who are living there cannot live, because they depend, they don't even drive, they depend on an Indian driver. But what is wrong? We don't have a good living condition there for the people who are in labor camps. So if salary is not paid, And if their jobs are cut, they will all have to come back. While going back, they may not get a job. They will find their own dependence. So it's a self supportive system which we create. So I'm sure this is a place where things have to change, redefine our life. Redefining life is what is essential. A self immune system will develop. I'm sure when we stop this lockdown, the day the lockdown stops, the pandemic problem will start. Unless we have a self-immune system developed, what could happen? How long we will close our eyes and pretend that we are sleeping? Anyway, we have to wake up and then make our breakfast. We have to wake up. You cannot keep on our time full time in the bed. So I'm sure if we don't create an immune system, we don't create a medicine for our life sustenance, I'm sure the time this lockdown stops, because we are not islands. There are lot of connectivity between different part of the world. Especially Indian people are connected to the rest of the world. The time the lockdown is stopped. Now today what is happening? The lockdown is broken and people are on the road, they are put in lockup. Lockdown is broken, they are put in lockup. I'm sure when the lockdown stops, the pandemic will start. The problem, the spread will become unmanageable if we don't have that niyamam. So that is why we kept saying it is the discipline which has to be understood by internally by ourselves. Niyamam. Niyamam doesn't mean somebody imposes in Bharatiya Shastra. It's a self-imposed discipline. So that niyama is essential. But what can be done? Don't waste your time. It is not, see, most of the great writers like Mahatma Gandhi, Nehru, when they were on in lockup, now we are in lockdown, they were in lockup, they were inside a prison. What they did? They wrote books, they became creative. They created their own world of writing, their own world of learning, their own world of discussions. The political discussions happened when there were problems. There were problems by Britishers not to gather. Political discussions were banned. They had spiritual discussions. Under that, they had a political discussion. So every time it was all related. The whole world is not in control. It's all going to have different problems. The life pattern is going to change. Don't think that tomorrow, yes, I'm going to be out and I will have a normal life. The problems are unimaginably large. I'm staying in an almost away from the city. Probably no main roads are going there in front of my house. Now we are in a colony sort of a situation. The other day I found somebody else distributing rice. The rush in which the public was there to get a little rice from the people. No social distancing. It's almost like a normal day of rush in any liquor shop in some places where people start. And some people create fun out of it and then show that. I have seen people are so much trouble. The transportation system and the transport orange from Nagpur, the vehicles were stopped in between and the whole vehicle is taken. The whole item is taken away by the people. And the driver had money for his expenditure during the travel. That money is also taken by public. I'm sure if the lockdown continues, people may have 1 month, 2 months of life money. Now that is getting over. There will be more violence. People were carrying trucks of grains, rice for some other state from Andhra Pradesh. It was going. I heard somebody spoke to me the other day. I heard from him that whole lorries, our national highway goes through villages. They stopped there and then took away the whole grain. So these problems, I'm sure, is going to be a problem which India will have to face in few days to come, if the proper care is not taken for the transportation. But just because of such a requirement, the government is opening up few restrictions. With all the restrictions of today also, I heard the other day, one girl 25 to 30-year-old, she did not declare that she traveled different countries, and she had normal difficulty, for which, as if for normal difficulty, she is attending the hospital. Just because of that girl, 60-70 people, including few cancer patients who were admitted in that hospital, got infected. Other day I heard somebody saying these days hospitals have less rush. Doctors do not have much job, so this is the right time for getting treatment, and therefore people go for treatment. See, for every negative also you can derive some positive out of it. It is not after requirement. I'll tell you why people are not sick today. Because your eating outside has gone stopped. You have a punctual life. Probably you will get up and wake up and then do your routine, eat well, little exercise, have some time in spiritually to spend to learn something. You don't have too much of pressure. The pollution outside is mostly not there, and you are more clean. Therefore you take care of your health better. But that is only for a few people who are in public. But there are many more people in this country where, like I was talking about the Indians going and then held up in UAE and Gulf and many other countries as students. See, the students in America or British, they don't have money to pay. Their parents were not having money because they were doing part-time little bit of job here and there to maintain their daily life. Such people are there in different part of the world. They do part-time job and then sustain. But now part-time job is not there. They are not able to sustain. It's unlike the government of India, who is feeding probably with ration and probably with the free food. Maybe society will feed, but that is not the situation in some other country. Where in America and all, though there is an insurance, if I am sick, I have to pay money, then the balance will be paid by the insurance company. $6,000 I will have to shut out. Assume I am an old man and I don't have that money to pay. My children will not support because I am not, the family bondage is not there. Nobody will support me. That is one reason they are all dying. And there is another set of people. Assume that as a parent I am staying with my son. I will ask my son, please take me to hospital. If the father is not paying, the son has to pay. He don't have money. Though they are financially rich country, individuals are not financially rich. India is a balanced system. Government is rich, people are also rich. That system is bad. Therefore, even if I am not paying to my father, and if assume that he dies and he is not able to pay, the secondary signatory for the credit card, whoever is the signatory for the secondary supportive system, they will have to pay. So it's a burden which I am passing to somebody else. And some people don't want to, they say that let me die. Why should I die in a hospital with a big bill? The other day we heard one sloka which I said, right? Vaidyaraja namastubhyam yama raja sahodara yama haradume pranan. Yama will take the life away. Vaidyan tananicha. The doctor will give you a bill also after that. So without money, things don't work that easily in the other part of the world. As Indians, we are so lucky that we are in India. As Indians, we are so lucky that we have got a good family system. As Indians, we are so lucky that most of us are able to support, even if our children are abroad, they are well off. Or maybe you can support. They are into some research or educational institutions. They are not students, they have got some fellowships and sustain, it is well and good. If assume they are into some private company, probably tomorrow, see, even otherwise they don't have a job guarantee. It is never a permanent post. It is not a pensionable job. Very few has got no great opportunity in that country. So most of them depends on their boss. If that factory owner says that you don't, I thank you, bye bye for all your support, tomorrow onwards you don't have to come here, evening you can give a notice, next day you are out. We have got a lot of political strong union situation, social care, which the government supports us with all this. So we are so blessed, we are more peaceful than many other part of the world. Invest this time for learning, more than learning, sharing the knowledge, connecting to people. This connection which we have today, if has to sustain and stay for longer, we have to build a relation. That relation has to be a relation of faith, relation of same mentality, same wavelength. So it is not that you don't have to do your puja, you don't have to do yandra, mantra, tantra and all that, but understand the basic principle behind all of them. Right? All the ritualistic part, Ishta karma and Purta karma we said. We have explained that on the Vishu day, 14th, it is explained very well. So the Ishta karma has got a very less benefit that includes yantra, mantra, tantra, puja, japa and all that. The Purta karma is what you do for social service. Yena kena prakarena yasya kasyabi dehinaha sandosham janayat pratna, learning and teaching. That benefit is a social benefit that will make this world much stronger. So we are all blessed to be part of that. So namaskaram to all of you. See you tomorrow. There is a specific reason for discussing all this, because there was few questions on this, though directly, indirectly, putting them together, I answered many of them. Right? Namaskaram. See you tomorrow from 4 to 5. If there is some requirement, post it either onto Facebook or through WhatsApp or through any means of communicating to me, so that we'll pick it up and then start doing something tomorrow from 4 to 5. God bless you.